Guys, check it out. This is a Tonka steamroller. Never had one as a kid. Always wanted one, but never had one. I could try to buy them several times in the past, and problems I run into is they're really bad shape and they want too much for them, or they're really in good shape and they want way too much for them. This one, and we're in the last week of April. This one I bought a couple of weeks ago. I went to a sale, yard sale, and I was looking around and they had a bunch of stuff, but nothing that caught my eye. I did buy some old razors and I needed help on those. Got a good price on them, but there was nothing else that really interested me. And so the guy whose wife was holding the yard sale, I was talking to him and I asked him, did he have any old toys? He said he had a couple that were hand-me-downs to him, and that they were just outside around back, and he went and got them. I guess his cousins, his kids might have been playing with them, so he brings them around. This is one of the two he brought around. I'm gonna post a video of the second item, which is a steam shovel, Tonka steam shovel, which is older than this. I'm placing this in the mid-70s because of the color orange. I was told, and I looked it up and found it to be a true statement, that orange Tonkas were sold through JcPenny only. And I've got a video of a dump truck and a cement mixer. But I also noticed in looking into the steamrollers, there's a ton of steamrollers out there with orange paint on them. So I don't know if they just carried after the contract with JcPenny was over, because I think they only sold them 2, maybe 3 years through JcPenny as orange. I don't know if they had just a surplus and just sold them off throughout the years, but the orange steamrollers, this style, they're plentiful. Now I don't know what I'm gonna exactly do with it to clean it up. I did wipe it down, but like I said, the paint loss is, well, you see the paint. It's got white stains on it here. I'm gonna try to clean that up. But I do like how it looks as is, because road construction equipment shows a lot of use, and pretty much that's what this one does. Shows a lot of use, a lot of play hours, I guess. But there's no major damage to this steamroller, just paint loss. One of the tires on the back, it's on the other side, it was actually knocked off the rim, and I pushed it back on, but I don't have it on all the way yet. But we'll check this thing out, and seeing how we're looking at the roadside, we'll start there. Now the decal, the little plastic film on the decal is rolling down, and that's happening on both sides. The window set, it looks milky, but I don't know if it came like that or if it's actually faded. That's something, oops, sorry. That's something I'll have to look into. Now you see the tire, a lot of the white on the letters and all are gone. Like I said, this thing's been played with a lot. The air tank on this side, well actually both air tanks and the stack, they're pliable. I mean, they didn't harden up or anything. They're all in good shape. Now it was full of leaves in the engine compartment back here. I got all the leaves out, and other than that, this is how it was when I obtained it. On the top of the engine cover, it's got a lot of paint loss, and what's weird, I think it's kind of recent because there's no rust on the metal, but back here on the back and on the corners and all, you can see good rust on it. Now I like the older Tonkas from the 60s and 70s because their engine compartments had engines in them, and I'm not sure when they started to not put the engines in the engine compartments, and maybe the 80s, but I think that's a good touch. Alright, looking at the curbside here, again rust, but you can see in the engine compartment, as I mentioned previously, and I just like being able to see the engine. I wish it had some color on it, but I'm not going to disassemble it and paint it. I'm just going to leave it alone. And this decal on this side is a lot worse shape. And you can see the wheel here actually popped back off. It was a little bit tighter, but it's, you know, it's kind of loose again. But I'll get it pushed back on. And this side right here, when I show you the front view, it's pushed in just a bit. There's front view, and that's what I was talking about. That side there pushed in a bit. That side pushed out just a bit. The drum is not cracked, it's just scratched up, and that's okay with me. This to me is a great pickup because, you know, I've always wanted one, never had one. I'm gonna make a decision on what I'm gonna do about the condition of the paint, but I'm still leaning to leaving it alone because it looks like it was an actual piece of equipment that's been in service for a while. That's it on this roller. I'm gonna keep looking for one with better paint, but this one's going nowhere. I'm out of shelf space in my room full of all these treasures, so it'll be sitting on the floor until I figure out what to do, because I can't even put any more shelves in my room. That's it, guys. Thank you for viewing.